As they come my here, I don't carry and come. Better information, superb advertisement. We no get the rifle. Oh, to get update and get informed. Oh, talk to Celestia Half Hour. Celestia Half Hour TV. Now we be the best information carrier.
Look, if America tells you, take this, it's free, nothing is free. If you don't pay with your blood, you pay with your life.
Many of us that are paying with our blood today, as Christians are, I think we should be...
The Boko Haram thing is not limited to Christians alone. They are even killing Muslims.
No
They
doubt.
are killing Muslims. If you call a Muslim, if you call yourself a Muslim and you are not from the north, they will kill you.
Should this continue?
They will still call you Kafri.
Baba?
I'm being honest with you.
It's a fact. Today they said that we are infidels.
We should rule it out of our minds that this is a religious war. No. Look, in the West and the South here, we have families that in that family, there are Muslims, there are Christians, there are even Aborigine, traditional worshippers in the same family, and they get along. People Celestia Half Hour. So you can imagine. So the question remains that how do these people, how would they be able to constitute themselves if you say you want de-amalgamation? Who's going to do it?
Since you said this is not a religious war,
It's not.
and it could be an ethnicity.
I know those that can do it. But I'm asking you, the reason why I'm asking you is that who constituted it initially? Those who constituted it initially, I said it before, I think with you guys, I said, look at it. I want to believe that the British were afraid of the Northerners.
The British are afraid of the Northerners.
They were afraid of the Northerners. Go back to history. Look at Khartoum. Look at the Sudanese. Look at what they faced, the British Army, what they faced in those countries back then. And the Northerners fight the same way those people fought.
Exactly.
They
The
fight
same
the same,
descendants.
the same set of people. And they don't want to go through the same experience, because why would they hand over the government to the Northerners? They are responsible for it. They know. They are now coming out to tell the story. Those who have not died among them, they are coming out now to tell the story that they deliberately handed the government over to the Northerners.
Celestia Half Hour TV. Now we be the best information carrier.
So should everyone keep quiet and be looking, as we have been looking all along?
No.
So what is the way forward?
The way forward is education.
We have education.
No, education.
Then how do we create education if we don't create awareness?
Education, yeah, there's education.
So when we are talking about this same person we're talking about, Suwore, sir, I think what he's doing is an awareness that some countries have revolutionized in those days and they have gotten it right today. Some split from, their body, like a Republic of Czech from Slovakia. Those people, they've gotten it right today. Now, if all of us should sit down and fold our hands that we are expecting to be educated and no one comes up, do you think we can get it right? No, to my own opinion. Now, of recent time, we could see that, I'm proceeding, sir, we could see that we have spoken about the Chinese. United States of America found out that the Chinese are the one funding illegal mining operations in Nigeria through process. Minerals are being smuggled to China. Terrorist groups are clearing Christians' farming and their zones to open mining fields. Nigeria's government, they are aware, but failing to act. As a man of God, sir, who is in Nigeria, what is your advice to the federal government and to the leaders at large?
A dying horse who throws out his tongue and yet gnashing his teeth, what kind of noise can it make? A dying horse. Eshin tó fẹ́ tó ti ń kú lọ. Ó ti yọ ahọ́n síta. Ó dẹ̀ gnash teeth ó wá yín mọ́ra. Ó dẹ̀ lóun pariwo síta ta ló fẹ́ bọ̀. An empire that has already collapsed. Remember last time you interviewed, I said, that guy there is another what? Nebuchadnezzar. Ẹ ti gbàgbé.
You said so, sir.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró de ọdún tó ń bọ̀ ìkáwọ́ nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Mo sọ ń gbà pé chances are kó má parí term. Chances are kó má plunge country into a civil war. And if it plunges the country into a civil war, ó máa wà disastrous. Ṣebí ti Soviet Union lárí tí wọ́n ṣe peaceably. Ti America máa terrible. Because the violence in American society is far worse than that of Soviet Union. Soviet then was a communal system. Tó jẹ́ pé they had their hands on everything. But a so-called democratic system, tó jẹ́ pé almost every home has a gun or the other, is going to be disastrous. At the rate tí máa ń bá lọ yín sìn, tó jẹ́ pé selective justice ló ń practice. Àwọn tó jẹ́ pé there are 3 tiers of government. Àbẹ́kọ́? Now, àwọn executive ń sìn wọ́n ti assume all the power. They can't be checked by the legislatures. Neither can the judiciary check them. They are exerting their power over other arms of government. Now, if that is the case, the judiciary is getting tired of it. The legislators are getting tired. And I want to about to support anything to ban fair. It goes after them. It selects them, pick them up, and his goons will come around, pound the person on. A federal senator, a federal legislature, covered by the law, the constitution of the country. That means the executive is no longer a respecter of the law. Now, when situation like that continues, you would then know that there was a revolution back in the US back in those days, and there could be another one. And if another one should come up now, it's going to be far worse because they are more advanced now in
Technology.
arms. Are you getting my point? So if you look at it from that angle, you find out okay, at the pace to one law, Trump is just crying when his head is already off the neck.
How?
I will tell you. Yorùbá sọ nìkan, àfẹ̀mí, bàbá àkọ́kọ́ ṣe tó fi tẹ́. Àfọlọ́run àfẹ̀nìyàn, àfọlọ́run ọba. When you disregard people's opinion and you don't give a hoot about the prediction or prophecy about what is to happen, that is about to happen, then you fall a victim to a regret. But yeah, but what most of that.
Mo ń gbọ́ bàbá.
Èmi nìkan ni mo gbọ́n jùlọ. Èmi nìkan ohun tí n bá ti sọ náà ni. Anybody tó bá sọ anything tó yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan tí mo sọ, ọ̀rẹ́ ò tà. Bó bá dẹ̀ ṣe máa rí ohun gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀tá, màá tà á nù. If that is the case, and that is what is prevalent right now, nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Trump, then mo sọ Yorùbá kan gbà kan mo ní there was this bridge tó ń pè ní Karavaka bridge.
Okay.
You know, it was an old bridge and it was condemned already. But train ló máa ń gborí ẹ̀ kọjá. Now, because some individuals were destined to die because there was what they call it, a sort of endemic on that train. Okay. So they didn't want anyone on that train to survive. It's better if they all die. So they directed that train to go and pass that particular bridge, hoping that when it gets on that bridge, the bridge will collapse and everybody will die. And that is the same thing that is happening to Trump now. America was, the empire of the US was already destined to expire, according to predictions. And if you go back and read the history of old empires that had existed, when it was time for them to expire, what had been happening to the US happened to them. Instead of this guy to be a history student, to learn from history that, okay, if this is happening, let's see how we can remedy the situation. No. He believed that what he knows is what he knows. He doesn't want to listen to anybody else. And that is why I say, what use is Trump's, gallivanting or gallivanting? We say, okay, this is me. That all he's doing now is just bragging. Bragging in the sense that he knows that he's doomed. The country and the government is running is doomed for collapse. And if that is the case, how does he salvage the situation? Maybe if he creates a war here, war there, and bomb this one, bomb that one, maybe some countries will capitulate and still continue to parley with him. But hey, God is in Mutisokini and Shilepe, Kosiun Kukuton Sheleti Olong Lowo Noe. The Chinese might not believe in the same God we are serving, but they believe in one God or the other. Chances are their God is definitely listening to them. Ó pay wọn off. Because they bá pay wọn ní máa advance, but they advance lójoojúmọ́. And wọn ní sí ní better situation as they are now, more than the third world countries. Are you getting me? So God must really have a hand in what they are doing. There must be a master plan of God for them to take over the rule or the rulership of the world. And that is why America has no long time. We pay these people might likely be the next empire. But kò sí ẹni tí ó ń jẹ ọbẹ̀ adùn tó máa fẹ́ kí ọbẹ̀ yẹn tọ́nú àwo.
Kò
Ó
sẹ́ni tó
tiẹ̀
ń
jẹ́
jẹ
kó fi
ọbẹ̀
ọwọ́
adùn.
ńlá lásán báyìí. Kò ní fẹ́ kọ́wọ́ yẹn kúrò ńbẹ̀ nítorí pé ọbẹ̀ yẹn dùn. Tó bá dẹ̀ wá rí pé ọwọ́ kan fẹ́ máa tú wá síbi ọbẹ̀ yẹn, á gbá ọwọ́ yẹn dànù. Àfi tọ́wọ́ yẹn bá stronger ju ọwọ́ ẹ̀ lọ. Otherwise, any other hand, wàhálà ló ń wà. Òun ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sọ́rọ̀ America. Trump, ẹni tó bá gbọ́n kó máa wòran. It's a matter of time. Ìyẹn ni mo fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ohun gbogbo ló ní ìgbà
Àti àkókò.
àti àkókò tiẹ̀. Right now, sórí àwọn sọ kíní kan gbà kan mọ́ ní, do not be among those who will nurture a hydra.
Okay.
If you nurture a hydra, by the time it grows and you cut off the head, it will simply what? Regenerate.
Regenerate, yeah.
That's who the American system is. Now, very soon, these people will come up with their own money. The BRICS, they will come up with their own money. It will come into, it might take a little more time. But yes, they will all agree, okay, our currency must be equal. So just like Europeans are doing. And once that happens, death has come to almighty dollars. And that's why they killed Gaddafi. Because whatever it is that qualifies them to make dollars the most value, this thing.
Okay.
Are you going to find? Is because of what? The mineral resource. And where are they getting it from? The gold? All these new things, mineral resources they are having in Africa here, they're all getting it from Africa. If gold is the primary thing that they are using, where is the storage?
Nigeria,
Africa. Everything is stored in the ground in Africa, every part of Africa.
It's in Ghana, it's in Nigeria.
Imagine some state that we thought are poor. Poor, very poor in Nigeria. And now you are finding the most expensive mineral resource.
Yeah.
Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Go and listen to Al-Mustafa Desi. Then you know why they want to come into Nigeria. I know you are going to ask me about his coming to Nigeria, planning to come to Nigeria. Please, let me be upfront. I pray that Nigerians should not allow him to come over.
Ha, Baba. With this kind of killing that is happening in about 4 or 5 days ago, the bandit went into a CAC church and killed them, adopted them, see pool of blood of an old woman, an aged woman that is preparing to return back to heaven, to God, to her God.
I'll take you back. I'll take you back. I'll take you back to the last interview we had. You asked me a question, and I answered that. The question was about how do you fend off all these problems?
Yeah.
I said, equip yourself. You asked me to expatiate on it.
Yeah.
I said, in whichever way you can. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I know. An AK-47 may cost about maybe 1,000.
2.4 million.
Yeah, almost that amount. Maybe $1,500 or something like that. Okay. How many Mekino can afford that? Look, if you don't get AK-47, get a Shakabula. License it, possible. Put it in your house. Just put it in your house. There are bullets here and there. You can buy bullets. There are some Shakabula that, Nigerians are making now that can help you.
Baba, that will stand before this Jagabo.
Let me tell you something.
They carry
When they fire from there and you fire one
PMG.
back, when you fire one back, they know that house
It's secured.
is secured somehow. They will think twice before they come into that place. It's like in the US. I'm being honest with you. This is actually being honest. Somebody came through my door, or my window, through the stairways. There's this fire, this thing, escape, this thing.
In the US?
Yes.
Okay.
And it came in, and I was on the 5th floor. Didn't know that I was in there, but I heard the how do I call it? The sound of the stairs. And I looked. He didn't know that I've seen him. Then the next thing, I went over and checked my pen. And I sat down there, waiting for him. Immediately, he showed his face. I pulled my pen. I didn't fire it. I just allowed him to see it. Immediately he saw it. Do you know, from the 5th floor, he jumped down.
Wow.
Before I left that place, he never showed up again.
From 5th floor, he would die.
He didn't die.
Huh?
How he survived, I don't know, because when next I tried to look down, he was gone.
Ha.
Who wants to die?
Nobody wants to die. Not even me.
Even the one you call Boko Haram that is coming in, if you get rid of 1 or 2 of them,
They will reinforce.
they will reinforce. But whatever they are living there becomes yours. You equip yourself, you equip your community. Are you going to be stupid enough and take those guns and go and give them to the police? The police will be the one that will give them back. That's why people should wise up. There are those that are buying these things and giving it to them.
That is the area we are.
And that is one side of it. The other side that you asked me to expatiate on the other time, and I was very logical about it. I had to tell you, look, whichever way you can equip yourself. We are in Africa.
African models.
If Traore did not equip himself, he would have been dead.
Eliminated him.
Oh.
Yeah.
You understand me? I don't think God will crucify you for that. The knowledge to do that is given by God. Are you getting what I'm saying? It's given by God. Equip yourself. Guard yourself. In the days of the Bible when the Israelites were at war, God was their strength. And when they go to war, God will always tell them, fear not, be strong. The courage that He gives them was their strength, was their power. And they go into war with that. Even by the time He gave them the ark, whenever the ark is being brought into their camp, oh yes, the God of Israel was with them. They will be bold to counter anybody and to fight against anybody. Equip yourself. If you know how to pray, pray. Now, you said you used an example, a CAC. Remember when these people first started back in the days of Jonathan?
Yeah.
Some churches were smart enough. The little money they had, they invested. They invested the money into what? Security. I'm being honest with you. In this country, up north there, they had sentries watching over their compound, their territory. And they equipped themselves too. Remember, even there were some churches in Lagos here. There was even a Celestial church that some women had strapped themselves with AK-47.
Wow.
Yes, there was a woman. Later we heard that woman was a police officer.
Okay.
And the woman had a gun. And she was, I don't know, anybody. Why was that? Why wouldn't these kidnappers go there? These people are not stupid. The kidnappers are not stupid. They always do their own research. When they find out that the place they want to target or they are trying to attack is well protected, they will not do it because they don't want to die. They are doing it for money. And if anything is going to create opposition for them, they will not try it. They will go elsewhere. So prepare yourself. Now let me go back to the main thing. Sir, the reason why I said, ẹ má jẹ́ kí Trump wá sí Nàìjíríà o. Fẹlá kọrin, was it on 69? Ó ní ọjọ́ wo la máa já kúrò ní oko ẹrú yìí kò yé mi àbálẹ̀ kọrin yẹn gbà yẹn. La máa bọ́ kúrò ní oko ẹrú yìí. Tí Trump bá wá sí Nàìjíríà, that is the salvaging point for the American system.
Salvaging point.
I'm telling you. America will drain Nigeria dry. Mineral resource, me tell team America will locate it. Once they get it, they will not leave until they excavate all. Our soil di korofo fún yín. As a matter of fact, máa pè wọ́n British àti àwọn Portuguese máa pè wọ́n ní angel compared to tẹ́ bá gba America ní ààyè. America is not coming for the Christians, though.
It's not coming for the Christians.
And the war you say that is happening, all this killing, is not about Christianity. It's not about religion. It's ethnic cleansing. It's as simple as that. Go and ask anybody. Even ask the Americans, CIA members or whatever themselves. They will tell you it's not about religion. It's ethnic cleansing. Look at the bottom line. Àwọn tí wọ́n bá tọpọ̀ wá ní wà Boko Haram kankan kí ni wọ́n ṣe tó bá pa ọgbọ́n wọn tó wà lábúlé kan ní Jos nísìnyí. They will take over that place.
That's what they have been doing.
And the reason why they are taking over the place
is
because the land
possesses
mineral resource. Are you getting my point? And I'll take you back to what is that. Now, the Jews are killing the Muslims. Huh? They are killing the Muslims. About Muslims in Palestine.
Right.
Okay. Why did America not go there and say, why are you killing the Muslims?
Because he has nothing to offer after everything.
God will bless you for that answer. The reason why he stopped that war now is because they realize now that Iran has certain missiles, hypersonic, and they shouldn't mess around too much because it's going to affect them. No matter where they are, it can reach them. Now, if Trump is saying that part of Gaza, he wants to invest there, America is interested in that place, is because maybe they want to turn that place into a resort area, more like what you call Dubai, another Dubai, where he can invest and make his family richer than what they are now. Maybe that's why, one of the reasons why he attempts to stop the war. But the question remains, if those people had possessed half of what Nigeria possessed, are you getting my point? We are going in there. Israel, stop. If you don't stop, you will see our red eyes. That will come out of the man's mouth. I'm being honest with you. America is all about what you have, what you want to give. It's not what they are going to give you. I'm being honest with you. Look at it. The reason why the war in Ukraine is still going on is because that guy did not agree with him about what he's asking for. There are some mineral resources in that place that he wants. He wants America to go in there and take it. And the reason why it's not been too hard on Russia is because he has an investment in Russia. Remember, he opened another Trump Plaza in Russia. So he's playing double game. So if you look at it from that angle, if America should come to Nigeria, we are done for. I'm telling you. The Americans themselves, they know. It's all about what we have. If we look, I'm not a supporter of Tinubu.
I'm not a supporter of Tinubu.
No, but I know the guy is not stupid. He's street smart, and of course he studied in the U.S. He lived in Chicago. Yeah, the Windy City. He lived in Chicago, and I know he's smart, very smart. I may not support some of his policies, but it's definitely not going to allow this guy to come in. But will he force himself in? If he does, that means there are some in his government.
Baba, we often view terrorism in Nigeria as purely ideological. To my own understanding, a religious war or a clash of civilization. But when we look closely, we are seeing that terrorism is becoming a deliberate tool for resource control. In Ondo State, we have bitumen. In Zamfara, we have gold. And these things, they are undergoing exploitation.
Yes.
Now, Chinese come in. There is an illegal mining in Taraba State, Benue State, Plateau State, Nasarawa, Niger, Zamfara, and so on and so forth. As a result of what the Nigeria is sitting on, they are sitting on gold. We are not talking of just gold, but raw gold. Like you have earlier said, Is there no way our government could tangle into this to make this thing exploitable for ourselves in our resources today? We can build lithium. We can explore it in Nigeria. These are materials for explosives,
Explosives,
bombs,
even batteries and so on.
and other things like that. But today we are idle, and that's why you said
We have already
earlier.
talked about it.
Yeah, today. So now, American is saying this, that China is almost getting 75% of Nigeria, of our hands, and they want to come in. Bàbá nígbà tí wọn ò wá, kí ni ìwúlò ẹ̀ fún wa? Ẹ ṣe jẹ́ kán wá, kán bá wa jà á. Bọ́ bá tiẹ̀ máa jẹ́ ń bẹ̀, wọn ò ní fìyà jẹ wá bí irú ìyà tó jẹ wá. This internal colonization tá a wà náà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Àwọn kan dẹ̀ ẹ ti sọ́lá ẹ̀kan yẹn, àwọn kan gbọ́n, àwọn kan ní family ẹ̀ ń ṣolórí. Bọ́ bá ti kúrò níbẹ̀, ìmíràn á bọ́ sí tó jẹ́ pé they are the same lineage. Ó ti bọ́ sí cheating. Ìyẹn là ń wò. Ta fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá wa advice ìjọba.
Olóòtú, I will not agree with you on that note. From frying pan to fire. Ọjọ́ ọ̀la fẹ́ bọ́ kúrò ní oko ẹrú yìí ni.
That is what we are saying.
You want the Americans to come? Americans have been here for ages. This Boko Haram something, are you telling me that America had no hand in it? Are you telling that the French, who never colonized Nigeria, didn't have a hand in it? In the 60s, 70s, even 80s, all these Volkswagen something and all these things were French companies. Are you telling me they've been sucking the blood of Nigeria dry?
So,
And you say you want America again to... I give you an example of what happened in Vietnam. This is history.
bàbá àkótó kó ẹsẹ̀ wèrè lọ́nà ọ̀run fún Nàìjíríà. Ẹ wo bí táyé àwọn ọmọ wa délé ní. Ẹ wo bí tá a wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. A lè gbé oúnjẹ 3 square meals sórí tébù fáwọn ọmọ wa mọ́. Ẹni ká máa wòran. Àwa kan ti gbà pé k'Amẹ́ríkà máa bọ̀. Torí wípé pátápátá là ń fọ́jú, bìrìbìrì là ń wùrà. Ojú àfọ́ ẹ̀fọ́ tán, ìjà ló ń dálẹ̀. T'Amẹ́ríkà ò bá dé, kó tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ṣẹ̀rù bà àwọn pípù yìí. Ká máa ṣọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́.
Ṣẹ̀rùbà àwọn ta ni? Àwọn ta ni?
Àwọn ẹni ìkà tó ń wọlé pààyàn yìí.
Ta lọ wọn ẹnìkan náà?
The banditries.
Who are the bandits?
Tá a mọ̀ wípé Shettima, El-Rufai,
Who are...
kí ló ń kọ́ mọ́ yìí? Àwọn ló kó wọn wá sí Nàìjíríà
Who's Shettima? Who's
láti
Shettima?
wá fi wọ́n jà ìjà nítorí Jonathan nígbà yẹn lọ́hùn.
I'm coming. Who's Shettima?
Shettima is the vice president.
Who's El-Rufai?
El-Rufai was once a governor in Kaduna.
Immediate ex-governor
Yes.
of Kaduna.
And Gumi, who is worrying about negotiating, sir.
Are they not Nigerians?
They are.
Okay, I will ask you a question.
All right, sir.
If these individuals that you listed are all Nigerians, so who or what is the problem of Nigeria?
It's we.
The problem of Nigeria is the Nigerians.
God bless you, my brother.
It's the Nigerians.
God bless you.
Yoruba is the problem of Yoruba.
Thank you. Thank you.
Igbo.
And that settles
Yes.
it. That settles it.
So why is America coming?
Why is America coming?
Thank you very much. Now it's like
for
we
their,
are
for their bravados.
sir, we are in a cross corner. We are in a confused moment at this point. When a gun is pointed at your head, all your wisdom will fly away. You will say, I beg.
Which country did America call when they had their own revolution?
Good. That indicates that we have not grown to the level of independence.
Which level?
When they call for independence.
Which level? Which level was it?
The level of
Oh,
independence.
there are two different wars you are talking about. Though.
Okay, sir.
The one against Britain to gain this independence is different. Though.
Okay.
The internal war, civil war in America was a different thing. Though.
Okay.
Because those in the Georgia and so on and so forth, they had a different history back then. So if you look at the history of America very well, they had internal problems themselves. But they didn't call anyone from the outside. They fought the war among themselves. And they came to the round table and settled the whole matter. And that is why every state in the country up to today have their own laws. They have their own rules.
Okay, I want to believe that is why Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, said allegedly that they should give him 100 days to fight Boko Haram. But within the reach of this time, within the 100 days, there is a lot of mass killing here and there. Should we keep quiet and be looking at it in this way, sir?
Listen, if anything is going to get better.
Okay, to first of all take a rough shape.
Exactly. And mind you, those who you are targeting, they are equally targeting you. If you are targeting a group of people, they will be finding a way to discourage you from targeting them. That's the rule of the street. Àwọn tó fẹ́ kó arrest wọn, àwọn náà máa wá wé tó máa fi evade ẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa wá ọ̀nà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa discourage ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ò ní lè ṣe nǹkan kan.
And that is why you have said it earlier on, sir. Yes. Like I used to see it. During the time of those waterways, river, stream, wetland, in those days, Buhari came up with a bill over it. But Nigerians rejected it. We rejected it totally. That it should not be passed to law that the federal government should control all our waterways. Because of what these people have discovered. What they have discovered. And in those areas, the Chinese have discovered a lot of things you can think of that they can extract from Nigeria. Because our molo, like you have rightly said. Nisin, bó bá jẹ́ pé àjà ìjà yẹn nígbà yẹn fúnra wa, ká control federal government pé a ò ní gbà. Wọn bá ti ṣe é sí, omi tó gbẹ̀yìn kúlẹ̀ yín kọjá ń bẹ̀ yẹn sìn, wọ́n fi ilẹ̀ fún ranting. Kí ẹranko wọn kó wá kó débẹ̀ kó tọ̀ sí, kó yàgbẹ́ sí, kó mú gbogbo ẹ̀. Okay, bàbá. Tí mi ò bá ní purọ́, àwọn kan tà ń sọ wọ̀nyí sí. I believe Chinese advisors and investors were quietly lobbying for the bill nígbà yẹn lọ́hùn. They were seeing it as a legal shortcut to Nigerian mineral heartlands. Fortunately, Nigeria resisted it fearlessly and fiercely. But the attempt itself exposed how deeply Chinese mining ambitions are penetrating our policy. So should we continue to agree with them for them to continue to eating us like the housefly is eating us all? I would put a stop to it. Tí a ò bá dẹ̀ rí irú ẹ̀yin báyìí kẹ́ ẹ gba àwọn ìjọba wa ní ìyànjú láti inú ẹ̀mí, because iṣẹ́ tí ẹ̀ ń ṣe láti inú pẹpẹ jáde sí orílẹ̀-èdè ayé kò ń ṣe nǹkan kékeré tá a lè compare. Ìyẹn la ṣe fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá àwọn èyí tí ṣe ìjọba wa sọ òtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ní ìtísí àwọn àkókò yìí. Hence our what? Our big that's all now.
I've been a Christian.
No, not I've been, intuitive. At this juncture.
If I understand your last assertion, I may not in the entirety say I understand it in depth, because the bill, waterways and so on, whether they bring it out or not, it has been in existence. It has been practiced. The waterways is either being owned by the state government or the federal government, however you look at it. And that is why anybody that wants to build any house very close to waters, the state either comes there and lay claim to it. My people, the larger people, they will come to a particular neighborhood, they settle down, besides the water there. And once they develop that place as a community, this government will come and chase them out and lay claim to it, because they wanted to use the place to serve themselves. They now turn the place to a big estate because they want waterfront houses. So whether the federal government is responsible or not, in any country around the world, the waterways are usually being run by the government of the state or the country. And that is why there's a particular place in from the shore of any country that the government of that country has a right over. Outside that, then it becomes an international waterway. But within that particular path, it's claimed by that particular country. So if such a bill is being pronounced or promulgated, we will go against anything of the international level. So according to the Constitution, if you check the Constitution very well, the government has a right to the waterways from time immemorial. However, if the objective of the one you alluded to is for them to encroach other people's neighborhood, believing that their own people are the chosen ones to run the entire country, that's a different subject entirely. Perhaps the legislators fought against that. Mind you, in the legislature, the majority on both ends are from the north. And if they actually wanted what they plan to do, they can do it. No matter how vehemently you fight against it, if they want to do it, they will do it. They will pass it for their own selfish purpose. But that's why I said the questions are in like syllables. The one that I was understanding in that place is the one that I just explained now. But you looped it into another angle.
And even I'm still looping it because American is looking at the blood of the poor and the gold of the powerful. What can you say about this, sir?
I once told you here that the worst set of people I've seen in my life, I'm sorry to say I'm not being racist, but it's a matter of fact, are the Caucasians. They're vicious.
The Caucasians.
The Caucasians are vicious. They're deadly. I'm not ruling out the fact that the blacks are evil too. But when you talk about ultimate evil in the highest order, the Caucasians they're wicked. And I call them vampires.
Vampires.
You see, all these Jamaicans, when they sing sometimes, you try to listen to their lyrics, then you will understand the way these people see other races. They suck your blood dry. They suck even what you have in the ground, on the ground. They suck it dry. They leave you naked, stark naked, and they dump you off. And they say to themselves, they have no use of you again. That's who they are. Not until the last pint of blood in your system is drained or sapped out,
Because
they won't leave you.
that's exactly what I am looking at, sir.
And that is why I said, and I'm still saying, do not allow the honky-tonks to come in. If the man says he's coming to fight for the Christians in Nigeria, why didn't he come during the time when the Christian president was there? Mind you, some of the ex-presidents that died and those that were elected, duly elected, that died, why didn't they fight for them? And even if you check their history, don't you know that they have hands in all these deaths?
It could be. Because
No, it's not about the.
you
have
expatiated on it on that day when we're talking about blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
and
have
sacrifice.
They have their CIA, and the Israelis have the most terrible of the espionage organization on earth, the Mossad. They are worse, far worse than CIA. And mind you, what you call Israeli today, the Israel today, used to be tagged back then as terrorist group by these same Europeans that support them. They were tagged terrorist group. But now, maybe because they are afraid of them, MI5, MI6 are afraid of them. Those in the legislatures in America, they are all afraid of them because they have something on each one of them. Records on each one of them. So when you know you have something, a skeleton in your cupboard, then you're afraid of them because they will bring you out. And once you'll be indicted and you lose your seat. So they are the worst of all the espionage organizations. So you can imagine if you bring them into Nigeria. I mean, I pray, if anybody is praying that they should come, I will pray fervently against that person. That God should not hear that prayer.
Okay, sir. Let me come in this way, sir. You may have your beautiful points because you have lived in her territory before this period and you knew what is going on today. We are seeing it today that this economic logic that the other people are following up to maim our own country by extracting our mineral resources, and they are cutting it away. They become a predatory extractors to us today. If we should look at it and say we want to come, do we have weapons that will face the Chinese when they come up with what they are doing now? In many of these regions, the Middle Belt, the Nasarawa, the northern states, where they are, the victims are overwhelmingly Christians. And they are, Christian farmers whose land are sitting on mineral resources and mineral deposits, which they have seen. And now they are displacing them to make sure that they own the portions. We'll be looking at them without, doing anything. Without, who is the person that will fight us? So when, look at Jerusalem in those days. It was written in the Bible that Jerusalem will be dealt with. But there will be a king that will rise up, that will reinstate Jerusalem. In the first tenure of this man, Trump, he reinstated Jerusalem. Today, our forefathers has been crying. They'll be praying to God. Oluwa, run. Now somebody is coming up. There should be a bilateral agreement between Nigeria and America.
Oh no.
Once again.
Oh no.
To enable us get out of this dilemma that we have found ourselves, that our leaders have lured us into.
It's a dilemma already for us to believe that America is coming to save us. America, look, if America tells you, take this, it's free, nothing is free. If you don't pay with your blood, you pay with your life.
Many of us that are paying with our blood today, as Christians are, I think we should be...
The Boko Haram thing is not limited to Christians alone. They are even killing Muslims.
No
They
doubt.
they are killing Muslim. If you call yourself a Muslim and you are not from the north, they will kill you.
Should this
They
continue,
will still call you Kafri.
Baba?
I'm being honest with you.
It's a fact. Today they said that we
it's
are
not-
infidels.
We should rule it out of our minds that this is a religious war. No. Look, in the West and the South here, we have families that in that family, there are Muslims, there are Christians, there are even Aborigine, traditional worshippers in the same family. And they get along. People get along. So it's not a religious thing. It's a matter of superiority. My tribe. Imagine when somebody from the north is telling me right here that Nigeria belongs to them. It's their father's right. Who gave them that impression? Where did they get it from? When the Fulanis are saying that from the north up to the shores of the waters, where are the shores of the water? In the south, southwest, that the entire place belongs to them. It's their birthright. And if they could lay claim to that, and they are being accused, wouldn't they try to grab it? They will try to grab it. Look at it today. Ilorin is no longer a Yoruba land. It's no longer a Yoruba land as it is today. Ilorin belongs to the Fulanis. And the funniest thing is that the Fulanis are now speaking Yoruba fluently.
I think it is because we agree and we are, comforted with what they have been doing.
Oh my God.
Is it by force
Oh
that
my
we should
God.
be together?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So you see, sir.
It's all part of this religious mentality,
Okay.
mental subjugation that I mentioned then.
Okay.
Now, if a person sees an Advent, religion, a foreign religion, coming into his own society, and prioritize that to his own culture, to his own tradition, to his own people, it has nothing to do with heart now. It's about mind. It's a mental subjugation. And if your mind is subject to that, then you will fall. And that's why the place fell into the hands of the Fulanis. And there's no way we can regain it back. I'm being honest with you. Being realistic, there's no way, because they will not let go.
Sir, do you think the amalgamation can solve this problem?
De-amalgamation.
Yes, sir.
Who will de-amalgamate it?
No one. That is not.
No. It could be an option. I'm not disagreeing with you. But who will bail the cat? Every one of us today, we are now blaming the Nzeogo civil war, whatever that happened, the coup. We are blaming those who made that move back in the 60s. We failed to realize that there was something that popped up in their mind. It wasn't that, it was just that it was not properly executed as a result of selfish gain. That's the way I see it. If not, if they had implemented it the way they originally planned it, are you going to buy? Nigeria will have been
The best.
a world war. I mean, a world power. A world power today. The oligarchs will not be, continually instituted as they are now. As a matter of fact, those who are ruling now will not dare, because they went to the core of the rulership then and sapped them out. And if they could penetrate back then, what do you think those guys will have done now? They will have cooked themselves, guard themselves pretty well, so that anything of that sort will never happen again to them. Imagine where they went to pick up those individuals they killed. So you can imagine. So the question remains that how do these people, how would they be able to constitute themselves if you say you want de-amalgamation? Who's going to do it?
Since you said this is not a religious war,
It's not.
and it could be an ethnicity.
I know those that can do it. But I'm asking you. The reason why I'm asking you is that who constituted it initially? Those who constituted it initially, I said it before, I think with you guys, I said, look at it. I want to believe that the British were afraid of the Northerners.
The British are afraid of the Northerners.
They were afraid of the Northerners. Go back to history. Look at Khartoum. Look at the Sudanese. Look at what they faced, the British army, what they faced in those countries back then. And you know the Northerners fight the same way those people fought.
Exactly.
They
And the
fight
same
the same,
descendants.
the same set of people. And they don't want to go through the same experience. Because why would they hand over the government to the Northerners? They are responsible for it. They know they are now coming out to tell the story. Those who have not died among them, they are coming out now to tell the story that they deliberately handed the government over to the Northerners. They were the ones who advised the Northerners to enroll their children into the army. They knew that if they are in charge of the army, they will run the system of the government of Nigeria. Now, if they were responsible for constituting the country the way it is now, you can imagine how many years and how many years they are still not, they have not stopped though. They are still running the system of this country. If anybody in any neighborhood in Nigeria here farts, the British already know before you Nigerians know. Because they have their ears on the ground everywhere. Even the CIA know. So you can imagine, who are those that can do it? They that constituted it.
As e come my ear, I don carry am come. Better information, superb advertisement. We no get the rifle. Oh, to get update and get informed. Oh, come to Celestial Half Hour. Celestial Half Hour TV. Now we be the best information carrier.